Welcome group one. Thanks for tuning into your reading. This is your soulmates and separation reading. So we're going to do an energy check. Look at the track that you guys are on with this person, whether this is somebody you consider a soulmate or a twin flame or something like that, regardless of the label, okay? So if you need more time, the pause the video and the timestamps are down below. The thumbnail always shows the options, so there is that. I'm going to get a card from the Heartstrings Tarot deck. So think about your person, group one. We're going to start off with a song. Let the song represent the energy of the reading, please. For group one, what's going on between them and their person of interest, their soulmate? Just get some clarity, please, for those who have tuned in and chosen group one. We've got justice, okay. So I'm getting commitment vibes from this, but yeah, I'm definitely getting like commitment vibes. Taking it to the next level, doing justice in this connection. The scales of justice talk about like evening the score, but more so it's about like commitment because you go to the courthouse when you get married. Some of you, this person wants to marry you. So the song that you can check out, the playlist for this is linked down below, the Heartstrings Tarot playlist. But the song, if I can find it, is Billy something. Sorry, I don't know this one by heart, guys. My regulars know I like to know everything by heart and then play from there. Because as Bruce Lee would say, everything's meant to be learned and then forgotten so that you can move effortlessly through things. But sometimes you do need to remember. Justice, Billy Austin by Steve Earle, okay? So this is, the song is called Billy Austin by Steve Earle. So this person probably did you wrong and they want to make it up to you. Either way, they want there to be balance in the connection. They want to be justice in the connection. And I do feel like this person wants to commit to you, even marry you, okay? For those that resonates with. General reading, take what resonates as always, but yeah, commitment. So moving this to the side, what are the cards that we got for you guys? We've got the Page of Swords. I decided to use the Golden Girls Tarot because I want to use some of the decks that I have. There's so many decks and I'm not on here all the time anymore, so they hardly get used, but yeah. For my regular job, I use an app because I found like no difference between the apps and the tangible cards, right? And the physical cards in terms of like efficacy and accuracy and things like that. So just FYI for anybody that's wondering, yeah, I don't find a difference in terms of that, and it shuffles faster and allows me to do my job faster. Because yeah, but anyways, for you guys are getting hooked up because I got all these wonderful decks and I can use them on camera. So first card coming out like is the Page of Swords. I'm just gonna put all the cards down that came out, okay? The Seven of Swords. Got a lot of air sign energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, so somebody can have it strong in the chart, don't have to. The Five of Pentacles is earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see how I can fit these all on here comfortably so you can see them. And then we've got the Queen of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And more Wands energy, the Ace of Wands, okay? So, now this person feels left out in the cold. Maybe they left you out in the cold and that's what they need to bring justice in the situation regarding. But even if whether they did that or not, I'm getting like this person wants to come out of the cold, right? Seeing this person leaving this energy behind and coming over here. So I think they want to talk to you, this Page of Swords. So I see, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction. Straight talk that clears the air is going to happen in this connection. And it could happen relatively soon with this Page of Swords. And so I feel that, you know, you're going to receive this person. It feels like they're coming towards you, okay? So the feminine is going to receive this person. You could, I mean, she's got a big warm smile on her face, but I feel like some of you could actually receive this person quite coolly, right? It could be a cool reception for this person when they reach out to you. I think some of you will receive this person kind of coolly, like the queen on their throne. Like, what do you have to say for yourself? Like, yes, you may speak, right? I'm here to listen. What is it? That kind of a thing. Not rude necessarily, just kind of like embodying some of that Page of Swords energy. But I do feel like your person's going to come back because they're lousy without you, basically. I mean, you're the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So, you know, you're the Queen of Wands, you're confident, you're attractive, you're joyful, or at least, you know, You know, this is what you mean to this person anyways. Regardless of your sign or gender, though, this is how you're coming across. And you're basically, you're like a light. You're light at the end of their tunnel. And this person's like a moth to the flame. As you can see with that Seven of Swords, the person like sneaking away, but like rushing away. Maybe they're sneaking and sneaking away from somebody else, or another situation where they have to leave that person out in the cold. But regardless, my first impression when these cards came out is about this person wanting to leave this Five of Pentacles, this energy of loss behind. They wanted to sneak towards you, willing to take a risk in order to do that, to come talk to you, maybe to sneak you a text message. Or the risk could only just be involved in, like, they don't know how you're going to receive them, right? They don't know how you're going to take it, or how the conversation is going to go. But I feel like you definitely do want a passionate new beginning in this connection. I think that, you know, however you might present yourself when this person initially contacts you, if whether you're being cool or not, you're still going to be receptive and open. I feel like that is your nature, to be warm anyway. I feel like some of you are doing really good for yourselves, or this is going to make you feel like the Queen of Wands when this person reach out, whether you feel like this Queen of Wands now. I do feel like, you know, you're going to feel that this is an opportunity for a passionate romance, that maybe this person is going to be loyal this time if they weren't in the past, or that, you know, you guys are just going to make loving partners for one another. So group one, yours is a pretty simple reading, and I was hoping that it would take a little longer because I have, you know, kind of a set amount of time that I'm working with, that I try to make, or at least attempt to make each reading, each group be at least kind of similar in terms of length of time. So I'm going to make up some stuff here by busting out the tea leaf card so we can add to the reading, I should say. So see what else can be said. Some clarification on this reading, please, for those who tune in for group one, because we already got to the gist of it. You're going to be hearing from this person. They're lost without you. You're a moth. They're a moth to your flame. You know, you both want a new beginning. Well, I think you want a new beginning. Yeah, I think you do. This person could be an ex coming back in from your past. Could be somebody that did you wrong. They want to bring justice in the situation. They could be keeping an eye on you as well. Now, I'm not going to say this person's entirely ready for the whole kit and caboodle. I'm not saying they're going to show up as your King of Wands, your equal, your match, in terms of, but they're definitely wanting to try to be that, right? Or this is what's needed here, is equal give and take in a connection. Oh, wow, fire. So strong emotion, passionate love or hate. So yeah, it goes one way or the other here, because we got fire and air, right? And those are complementary opposites, right? And the fire needs the air to burn more brightly, and the fire consumes the air. So they feed into each other. So they're just showing, like, maybe this person's sneaking back for a night of passion with you, right? It'll be up to you to decide. Maybe that's all you want as well. Maybe you know that this is where this person's at, or this connection is at, and like this is all this connection is ready for. But with this Justice card, it just feels more serious to me than that. But I was already kind of picking up on maybe you're going to receive this person coolly based on the past or anything. So that feeds into this love or hate dynamic for some of you that you have with this person. Or maybe that will make more sense later after you have your conversation. Got Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. So this connection is slowly but surely getting ahead. We've got Rooster at the back of the deck, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, okay? That could be you, that could be your person. Somebody could be born in the year of the Rooster too. Also with the Tortoise, it's kind of like Taurus energy for me. But I was thinking that maybe that is like where, if there's any kind of hate or sort of like discontent in the connection, or in the past there was, could be due to how slow this connection is taking. Like people not being ready to take this to where it needs to go, because your soulmates, you're in separation, you guys both, you know, just by virtue of the fact that you consider this person your soulmate, that does show that you feel that this person was somebody you were meant to meet, that you have some sort of a deeper or special or otherworldly connection with. And so when you meet someone like that, it's natural to want to move it forward. Just because you meet your soulmate doesn't mean that you guys are both ready for everything that entails. Soulmates usually kind of, while it's a beautiful experience, it's also usually a heavy experience, especially if you're not ready for it, right? And sometimes you don't even come in. There are different types of soulmates. So just sometimes you meet them and it's not even intended at that time to turn into commitment or anything like that. So maybe you have been waiting a long time for this person to make a move towards you, but we see that there's going to be contact and there's going to be a conversation, and it's going to be an honest conversation, right? So that's a good thing. Communication is extremely important in any kind of relationship here. And it's interesting that this is coming out underneath. So for some of you, this person is not going to contact you as soon as I said, because the tortoise is slower moving. But for the rest of you, yeah, it's going to be pretty soon that you're going to have this conversation. And others of you know, I just feel like either way, this conversation is going to be about how long this has taken. You could even find out that this person's like, I was waiting to hear from you. And you could be like, well, I was waiting to hear from you, kind of a thing. Some cards flew on the floor and I'm not trying to pick them up. But I'll take that one because it goes along with what was being said with the haystack card. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. So I hope that you guys have, sown some good stuff in the situation. I mean, if you left this person out in the cold unjustly, you can expect that karma to play out. If this person left you out in the cold unjustly, or just if there's any sort of karma, you know, that still needs to be played out, it's going to be played out here. So there's going to be karmic justice occurring in the connection. So anything else? Let's get one more from this deck. Now maybe I'll get a message as well. That ladder, climbing towards success. So we've got rainbow underneath that. The most difficult part of the situation is over. And then we've got shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So since this is a thief card, for a very odd few of you, there could be someone around you, like we've got cat at the back of the deck, a two-faced friend. I'm not getting that this is about your person of interest. If this is truly your reading and it's resonating, this is not your soulmate who's gonna potentially steal from you. If anything, they may steal your heart. But if this is a history you have with this person where you can't trust them, if they've taken money from you in the past, I don't know who this is for. This was not what I was initially picking up on, but my viewers, my regulars know I say it how I see it, and now I have to say this for that one or two people out there who this might resonate for. You know, obviously, like the cards say, take care so there's not material loss here. Others of you, this is talking about, like, that's part of the problem in the connection, or that's affected this connection. The Five of Pentacles. Pentacles is money, too. It's not only just about emotional loss or being left out in the cold. It's about a lack of money or resources. So this is just telling you, watch your money and or expect. Because if you're the Queen of Wands, you're probably okay in that area, but you might expect that this person's not doing so hot financially for some of you. But bottom line, the most difficult part of the situation is over. My lunch is done. And you are climbing the ladder towards success here in this connection. So you guys are getting somewhere. It feels like it's probably taken a long time. And I'm getting these cards off the floor. Yeah, a bridge of incidents. This is what this brings to mind. Successfully overcoming a problem. And then good news. Okay, good. Gotcha. So maybe that's why they fell on the floor, because I needed to get through these more difficult cards first to come back around to be like, yeah, you're successfully overcoming, if it's financial problems, if it's a lack of trust. There is this energy of successfully overcoming the problems in the connection, and that the worst is behind you guys. So there is good news coming in this connection. And when I say bridge of incidents, that's a Neville Goddard term. You guys probably know by now that I subscribe to the law of assumption. So a bridge of incidents is like there are many roads that lead to Rome, basically. If you have a goal or a desire, there are a lot of different ways you get there. And sometimes it's up and down like a roller coaster, right? Sometimes you have to go through some bad crap to get to it. So it's like, why would I meet my soulmate if we weren't meant to be together instantly? Well, this isn't Hollywood, for one thing. I hope not. Hollyweird. But it is about, because you guys have to teach each other things. There's karma, right? Karmic lessons being learned and taught in the connection. So that accounts for some of that. Some of why things have gone the way that they are. So just trust your path and your vision for this. If this is what you want, don't be so easily discouraged and stuff, just because it's taking a winding road. We've got a lot of different cards that are indicating success for you guys, for you soulmates in separation. At the very least, some contact and looking like good news, and for some of you, commitment. Not only are you the best lover I've ever had, I think you're the best cuddle buddy too. So that's a nice one. Another message from Group 1's person. Yeah. If loving you was a job, I'd be the most dedicated candidate. I'd work for free. Okay, so this person talking about putting in the effort on the connection. saying in their own roundabout way that they love you and that they want to be dedicated to you. Maybe they already are. You got, if I worry about you too much, it's because I really care about you. Sometimes I drive myself crazy thinking about you. And I'm ecstatic about this new love I met. Guess who? It's you. You still make my heart flutter. So you still make this person's heart flutter. In the back of the deck, this is trying to pop off, even though I was not trying to take it. But I'll take it since it's insisting, and it's a good card anyway. It backs up the rest of the reading in terms of coming together and commitment. I can see us growing old together. You already feel so familiar to me. So there's that soulmate element to this connection. You already feel so familiar to this person. They could see you guys growing old together. So the present energies of this connection are undoubtedly very positive. I've made my bed, now I have to lie in it, and you take my breath away. So it's likely that, you know, maybe you walked away from the connection, or this person's going through some karma, and it's the karma that they created for themselves. So they're acknowledging, you know, what they did perhaps, or play everything that happened in my mind. That's the overthinking energy that we already saw. But this person thinks you're beautiful. They think you're stunning. They think you're so attractive. You really impact them. You know, you take my breath away is what they're saying. This is what I got for you, group 1. Stick around for groups 2 and 3 if you were drawn to do so. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications so you don't miss my next video. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Welcome, group 2. Thanks for tuning in your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So this is your soulmates and separation reading, and I'm going to start off with the heartstrings card so that we can get a song to dedicate to this reading to give us more clarity on what's going on. It's basically an energy checkup about you and your person of interest, whether you consider them a twin flame or a soulmate. The common denominator being that you guys are in separation, so we're going to see what the energy is like between the two of you and what's likely to happen in the future going forward. So think about your person, group 2. The one that you came to the reading for. So we're going to find out what the guidance is, what song will represent this reading. So show me the energy between group 2 and their person of interest, please. Show me the energy between group 2 and their soulmate. We've got 6 of Wands. Simply the best. So, I mean, you might not think this person thinks very highly about you or of you, but listen to this song and you'll know how this person feels. This person feels like you're simply the best. Like, you might be insecure. You might be holding yourself back. They might be holding themselves back out of insecurity, but this connection is going places. Like, this is a beautiful first step in the right direction for true love, is how I look at the 6 of Wands. And but essentially, we're going to take it as, you know, like the song lyrics talk about, you know, somebody being simply the best, that there's nobody better than you. So regardless of what you might think, this person feels like there's nobody better than you, which is a beautiful way to start the reading here. So the cards that we got for you guys, group 2, we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay. And we've got the World card. I'm going to just put them all down. So with the Queen of Cups, that's water sign energy. You could have it strong in your chart. Don't have to. Your person could. And that's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And then we've got the World card. And the World card is Saturn energy, which Saturn rules Capricorn and historically Aquarius. We've got the 2 of Wands, fire sign energy. We already got some fire sign energy with that 6 of Wands. Tina Turner, by the way, is Sagittarius. You could have it strong in your chart. They could. The 2 of Wands is also Aries, and especially Aries, but Leo as well. So you could be dealing with one of those. We got the 3 of Swords, which is air sign energy. More Aquarius plus Libra and Gemini. Could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising. Got the Lovers, especially with the Gemini, strong Gemini energy here. And then you guys got an extra card that the others did not get. Mr. King of Cups himself. This is a soulmates and separation reading, so it makes sense to me that we'd have counterparts coming out in the reading, okay? So I'm going to make sure this looks okay. As you can see, though, he came out last, and he was an afterthought. So it could be that you're not putting this person, you know, on a pedestal, which is good. That's usually how you attract you know, the love that you want is when you take somebody off the pedestal. But I feel like there's a little bit of pedestal going on still with the Six of Wands. Traditionally in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, there is somebody being celebrated, somebody riding high on their horse and being celebrated by the town. So and I am strongly inclined to say that this is how this person feels about you. But we can see, like I said, he came out as an afterthought. So there's a bunch of cards between the two of you, hence the reason why you guys are in separation, I guess, was the point that I started there. So with this energy here, this is just a very, very nice reading. This is a really, really good reading. I mean, every card here is, you know, more or less positive. The Two of Wands can represent a little anxiety about the future. The Three of Swords is, yeah, can represent, like, well, it does represent separation, which that's the kind of reading this is. So it could have just come out to say, yeah, this is the kind of reading it is, but I feel like it's more than that. Negative thoughts maybe that's hurting somebody's heart, but it's also something that can be overcome, right? Three of Swords, not Ten of Swords. But we've got the Lover's card, quintessential love card, especially in a love reading. It talks about, you know, partnership, divine union, spiritually guided union, right? With that angel coming out, and this is a spiritual reading. Since we are talking about soulmates and twin flames, then that makes sense that that would be here. The World card is the most positive card in the deck. It's talking about leveling it up. And then we've got two of the most loving romantic people in the entire tarot, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Both of them coming out. So it's a very, very nice reading. So if you chose this, you kind of like hit the jackpot with this reading today, because your guys' energy between you and your person is really good today. And it's just showing that, like, you know, whatever happens, whatever's happening, whatever happens, you know, you will be feeling the love, the love, the love here. So you're going to be feeling the fulfillment. There's level up in this connection. I see plans being made for the future. And another bump in the road is likely, I'm not going to lie, with that Three of Swords. And it could just be a miscommunication that causes somebody like a twinge of pain in the heart, right? Like, oof, I felt that in the chest. Because, you know, again, something about the separation or communication with that energy. But I wouldn't worry about it too much, because, and it might be about a decision with the Lover's card here too, because Lovers talks about a decision needing to be made as well. But to me, I'm viewing this in light of the rest of the reading as a bump in the road, maybe regarding a decision to be made, but ultimately this does come into union with your soulmate with the King of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, like I already said, they represent a deeply emotional, committed and romantic relationship. If you're dealing with someone who you know, kind of fits the archetype of the King of Cups, you know, they are, yeah, okay, they're a lot, but a lot of good too, especially because I'm getting this in upright, sort of in the light side. But if they had any sort of failing, it might be just that they can get jealous easily. They go to great lengths in order to, you know, that's what I'm feeling like this Three of Swords is related to. But anyways, this person can get jealous, and they can, because they go to great lengths to be approved of, to be thought well of. They do want to impress you. And if you're not impressed by them, or, you know, if you're not reciprocating in kind or to the same extent, you know, the efforts that they feel like they're putting in, then that does hurt their feelings. But I feel like that's going to be worked out. I think that's going to come out in the wash. I think you guys are getting past this hump, if that's the case. For some of you, I'm saying it might not apply to everyone. General reading, I'm reading for the collective, but somebody needs to hear that here. That, whatever that Three of Swords represents, especially if it has to do with any kind of jealousy or defensiveness or anything like that based in insecurity, then I feel like this person is going to, or has worked through that. You're moving out of this energy, getting over that bump. Let's talk about the Queen of Cups for a moment here. This could represent the feminine. The majority who watch me are the feminine energy, but we all have both masculine and feminine. But the she's also your outcome card as well. So the Queen of Cups is an outcome, is excellent outcome. It talks about like romance personified. Like I said, doesn't get any more romantic than this. It talks about, I mean, this is an outcome, is sensuality, it's lightness. I almost said light worker earlier. But I mean, likely you probably are something of a light worker if you're watching my channel. Or, you know, if you feel like this person's your soulmate, and if you're in any way spiritual or inclined to use a term like that, then you're probably of the light. But this is saying, like, if you're not of it now, you will be in the future with this. If this is your reading, she predicts like lightness, and she also predicts sensuality, sexuality. If you've ever had sex with the water sign or water dominant, you know that they are extremely sensitive and sensual lovers, and I see that happening here in the future. I'm just putting it out there, you know. And I do see this moving up to the next level. There's no doubt about it. I mean, she alone talks about something like, you know, the great date that seals the deal, you know, taking things to the next level, or taking the next step in the connection. But then we've got the world right next to it, which just like triples down on that, because that is a major arcana card. So there's major stuff here. And it really leans you towards, like, if you consider that this person is your twin flame, this is a vote that, you know, that they are, although only you could know that for sure, with the world card being here and everything and all of this. So yeah, you know, you're not going to be in separation anymore. Let's put it that way. The decision might be hard. There might be some anxiety about what steps to take. There might be some more missing one another, or a miscommunication or misunderstanding or decision here that needs to be made. There might be some fumbling as you both try to figure out, like, who's in charge and whose role is it to do this, or who needs to do that. Yeah, some growing pains, some figuring of things out, but ultimately this is coming into union, okay? This is coming into union. And the feminine here will likely be, if you're not this way already, but you're the feminine, and this will apply to some, you know, you're likely to be somebody who's very creative, or this person's going to bring that out in you, because the King of Cups is very nurturing. And so he knows how to bring out the feminine side of any queen, right? Even if you are wands or swords, like, they know how to bring out that side of you, but maybe you're already like this. So essentially, like I talked about the King of Cups, I'm going to talk about the Queen. The Queen of Cups, especially since she's the outcome, is you're creative, seductive, you're playful, or you're going to be in the future here. You know, you can be sometimes moody and petulant and crazy making, but it's always going to be attractive to this king. A song that you can listen to is Layla by Eric Clapton, because it's interesting. I have a neighbor, and she's a Pisces woman, but I didn't know she was a Pisces. I thought she might be Scorpio, because she's a little bit more forward and direct, but after she told me she was Pisces, it made sense. And she was telling me, like, it was interesting. It was one of those synchronicities, me creating my reality here, where I one time looked up Layla, because that song Layla is based on a woman who you know, had two rock stars who were in love with her, basically, Eric Clapton and somebody else, and they both wrote like hit songs about her in like a short period of time. And I'm like, who is this chick, right? Who is this chick that these people are like so in love with? These people who could have anybody basically that they wanted. They were really hot at the time. Who is this chick that could inspire such passion and such devotion and stuff? And she ended up turning out to be a Pisces. So I always kind of think of both, like, Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio as well, water sign people, or people with that strong in their chart, as being like that Layla individual, right? The one that inspires that in people. And that's the crazy making element of it. But I just thought it was funny that when I talked to my neighbor, just out of nowhere, we're just chit-chatting, and then she was like telling me that it just came out of her mouth, just fell out of her mouth, like, I'm the kind of woman that they write songs about. And she didn't say it in a cocky way. She said it matter of fact. In fact, I could see by the look in her eyes that she even like questioned herself, like, why did I just say that? And I was thinking, that's because I was thinking that's how you guys are, and so naturally you was going to say that. And it's just, I thought it was hilarious. It's just one of those synchronicities that happen that let me know that I am, you know, in tune with spirit and creating. But that is how these people are. This is how you're going to be. You're that girl, you're that bitch, you're going to be that person. You know, if you're not already, you're going to be Layla to this person. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone that they've ever met. They're stuck on you, stuck on your heart. They hang on every word you say, right? Just as the lyrics, tear us apart, I'd rather be dead. So that's a little dramatic, but yeah, this is how this person either feels about you presently. I'm going to say presently for a lot of you. If you're reading, this person presently feels that way about you, they're certainly going to continue to feel this way about you going forward into the future. And so you're going to embody all of your femininity. And you are going to make this person feel like this is what she does best. She makes anybody feel. So this is, you know, basically, no emotionally remote types will survive being emotionally unavailable in her enchanting presence. Seriously, in your enchanting presence. So if this person has ever been emotionally remote with you, I know King of Cups, when he's uncertain, when he's unsure, before he's ready, he can wear like a poker face, a mask with the best of them, and you can't tell what he's really thinking or feeling. His feelings run super deep, but still waters run deep. On the surface, he could look really cool and smooth, but this person actually does have a ton of love for you, and they will going forward too. So it's very exciting to do this reading for you guys. I do readings, you know, day in and day out, and I mean, you know, anybody who's watched my channel knows that they're not always this good and stuff like that. And I know, like last week I did kind of like shorter readings, but I don't remember the topic, what it was, but I had just come off doing a shift of doing readings for people like in real life, and like a lot of the times the people who come to me are people like the relationship is pretty hopeless at that point. That's why they've resorted to coming to a reader in the first place. Whereas my viewers here on YouTube, you're usually more of the light worker bent, or somebody that's just more interested in spiritual topics. So you're a little bit different than what I typically see, you know, in my day job. And but I did end up tuning into some of those energies when I was doing my last reading, and I noticed that they were very kind of like plainly spoken, to the point, like brass tacks, no bullshit. And if you're not used to that, or if you're used to going to Care Bear readers or watching Care Bear readers, you know, then that would have probably been a little bit of a slap in the face, although it's never my intention to do that. But I'm just gonna keep it real. This is reality. This is the trenches. This is how it usually is. Your guys is the opposite reading of that. Yours is a very good reading. I just enjoy doing this reading for you guys. I just want you to know how rare this is. So embrace this, claim this, you know. And because if this person has been, back to what I was saying, emotionally remote to you or unavailable, they're not going to be that way anymore, because you are the queen. You're this person's queen. You're their Queen of Cups. You've got their number. You're going to inspire in them, you know, the sense of security within themselves to express their feelings and let you know how they feel. They couldn't hide it from you if they wanted to anyway. So I'm just predicting a very romantic relationship here, and very deeply romantic, sensual, and emotional. And you guys are probably going to have a telepathic connection. If anything, you know, you're going to have to maybe want to... I'm not even going to give the usual disclaimer that I give with the Queen of Cups, because I feel like it's going to be really reciprocated. The love that you show, you're going to lavish love on one another. It's usually her doing the lavishing, but he's going to lavish back, because you are two sides of the same coin. I mean, gosh, you're two halves of the same side, pretty much, is what I'm seeing here. So this is lushy, heady stuff. You know, you want to keep your head about you. That's always a good disclaimer in any reading, in any kind of romantic situation. But this is an exciting reading, and it's just like, your future is going to be very exciting romantic times ahead, and this is going to be your partner in crime, is what we're seeing here. I wonder if this is going to make you a wonderful, exciting partner in crime. So I wanted to get you guys some messages here. And if this is resonating, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. Thanks to those of you who participated in my flash sale last weekend. Appreciate you guys. I'll probably be doing another one by the end of this month, so keep a lookout for that. But yeah, feel free to contact me for a private reading if that's what you would like. It's always the best route to go for, you know, information on your specific situation, right? Because these are general readings. But nonetheless, you can claim it if you like the reading, or you can choose another group if it's not resonating. So with that being said, we've got Lion, time to act. Yeah, okay. And we've got also the Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So this person is feeling, they're feeling the pain, they're feeling the heartache over the situation. I'm going to take these two. We've got Pin, new job or career. So somebody could be getting a new job or career. Side note, and then older man. This person could be older. They're coming out as a King of Cups. So either they're older than you, or they're just like a mature individual. Dealings or a relationship with an older man. So we've got that, and then we've got time to act. So this person knows, like, they're motivated by wanting to put an end to this heartache. Right? We've got the Three of Swords, and we've got the Spear card. They feel like they no longer have you, therefore they want to take action towards this connection. Maybe too, it's because this person has gotten older, or hindsight's 20/20, or they've gotten wiser, something along those lines. What else can we get for group 2 regarding this? Got Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Yeah, I do feel like that there has been some sort of lack of clarity regarding this connection. Something to do with communication, and or this person's kind of muddled thinking regarding maybe the way that you guys have interacted in the past, not knowing, you know, if they can trust you, or just some sort of a disconnect. Maybe you didn't feel like you could. Yeah, at the back of the deck, we've got kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Could have even had to do with like money issues, since we've got new job or career. So this person like couldn't really see this connection and its potential clearly because they knew that they were not ready financially. This is the type that would want to be a provider. So there's that too for some of you. For others of you, there's just something that was unsettled or is unsettled in this connection. But we see this person planning, and it is a time to act. And so I do feel like, well, there's still going to possibly be, like I already said, a bump in the road, maybe around communication. It's maybe going to be based in a lack of clarity on how you guys are feeling and thinking. You're both emotional individuals, or there's a lot of emotion in this connection, and that can sometimes cloud your thinking. Oh, we've got dog. Far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. They are thinking of you. Harp, great happiness. So thinking of the happiness that they can bring. We've also got unsuccessful plans. So also thinking about, you know, how things haven't worked out the way that they had hoped or intended, or something was not successful here. A change for the better, although we see things that are changing. And then we've got dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So that goes back to what I was saying about maybe that's why things haven't worked out or gone according to plan, something to do with finances. But we see that improving. We see that whatever plans and pan out in the in the past are going to pan out in the future here, because there's a change for the better. The change for the better card is here, and something is going to pan out financially. So that's good. We like to see that. Finances is a huge worry in connections and relationships, in marriages. So you really do want there to be a plan in regard to that. Like whatever insecurities that are rooted in that sort of thing need to be addressed and healed, and there needs to be some sort of a plan on that. So with that being said, I'm going to get you some messages. What would group 2's person say to them if they didn't have a filter? You have no idea how much my heart races when I see you. So this person really feels you in their heart. Like I said, they have a lot of emotion for you. And I think it even kind of hurts their heart a little bit, especially if they see you and they're not with you, right? But bottom line, like the card says, you don't know. And that was what I was saying too about the King of Cups being like a master mask wearer, having an excellent poker face, because you might not have any idea, you know, how this person really feels about you. And how do they feel? They feel like your soul is beautiful, and hugging you is the only comfort I need. You are a comfortable match here. Coming out as the same element. Those elements, people of the same element, you know, often do feel that way. So bottom line, you guys feel that way about each other. There's a level of comfort that you both feel. If you were a movie, I'd watch you over and over again. So there is, again, this feeling that this person's keeping an eye on you, or they're seeing you somehow, but it's just not enough, right? They want to see more of you. This fell on the floor. I love your honesty, your passion, your resilience, your courage, your partnership, your smile. And then, sweetheart, God was showing off when he made you. You are so beautiful and smart. So that was on the back of the deck. Felt drawn to take it because this person is your biggest fan. Like, not all of these cards list off everything that they like about you, yet this card is. And then that just backs up the Six of Wands, which is a song that's basically all about how wonderful somebody is. And I really feel like some of you don't even know that at all. You really held back from letting yourself shine, but this person is going to bring out that shine within you. I'm willing to go all out to win your love and affection because I want a romance that ends with happily ever after. Knight of Cups, the Prince Charming of the deck. This person talking about, I mean, like, yeah. Need I say more? They're willing to do the work. They want to have a romance that ends with happily ever after. So maybe you don't know how, you know, sensitive or romantic this person is, but today they're coming across in this reading as very sensitive, very romantic, especially regarding you and wanting your love and affection. What else would this person say to group 2? I It's not all about the romance, don't forget. It's about sensuality and sexuality as well. I imagine exploring your hot body, and it turns me on so much. Cannot wait for a new sexual experience with you. The type that probably likes to talk dirty or sext, something like that. Getting a little game playing in that area of, you know, kind of a sensual, kind of on the sensual side, I guess you could say. And don't worry about me. I can bear my own burdens plus yours too. So if this person seems like they're not ready, maybe you might question their loyalty, especially if they've given you reason to doubt it in the past, or if this has ever been an on again, off again type situation, or even if they come forward and they don't seem like they've got a real plan, or they're not like fully ready, maybe financially, whatever the case may be. They're saying like, yeah, they've got this, right? Again, this is the Ten of Wands energy. It's about being willing to put in the work on the connection. Let's get one more from this deck. Got Queen of Cups. Your otherworldly beauty is so delicate and humble. It has captured my heart. This one also wanted to turn over. You make me feel so supported and loved. I am completely romantically fulfilled. So they feel they can have that with you. Yeah. This was in reverse. This is a Justice energy. I need to consider the facts objectively so everyone's treated fairly. It was in reverse. I really feel like that goes along with it because there's so much romance and watery emotional energy in this connection and in this reading that I don't really feel like, maybe this was this person's deal in the past, but I feel like they're just kind of blowing that, like throwing that to the wind or something like that. Not that this person's not going to consider facts objectively. It's just not so much what they're doing anymore. They're not like approaching this from a mindset anymore. They are like listening to their heart. So that's nice to see as well here. What else would group two's person say? You send me mixed signals. See, I feel like, isn't that what I said? There's some sort of miscommunication, misunderstanding, misreading of the situation that had this person's mind clear and like there being some sort of muddled thinking or lack of clarity. And I feel like you have had that too, but slightly different. Like your vibe was kind of like holding yourself back or listening to like a negative, like negative people or allowing negative thoughts. Like there's some sort of mixed communication here or mixed signals. Don't give up on us. And I'm coming forward with an offer. Okay. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I knew from the first moment I saw you. So that's what I was kind of getting. Some of you, this person could have been still not over a past person, past partner, or maybe were not available for some reason. Maybe they're with another person. I feel like maybe you know that, maybe you don't. For some of you, that's going to be the truth. Others of you, I was kind of like I was saying when I was talking about, you know, soulmates. Like if somebody's your soulmate, you know, why would you meet them if you guys weren't both ready for that? That doesn't even make any sense. Well, I already went into about how soulmates, you know, vary types of soulmates, and you come in to teach each other lessons, so it's not always the right time. But and for that reason, I feel like this person is going to surprise you. Like it might be surprising to you to know that this person basically, you know, has known from the first moment that they saw you that you were the right one for them and that you were the best one for them, but they didn't follow their heart. Okay, so you can look forward to learning some truth about that. Just want to get one more here, one more card before moving on to group 3. I miss your smile. Do you know what an amazing person you are? So this person misses your smile. You make their heart race when they do see you. They think you're amazing, amazing, amazing. This person's your biggest fan. All they do is talk about how wonderful you are. This is a delightful reading. I enjoyed doing it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Welcome group 3. Thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So I'm going to do for you what I did for the previous 2 groups and get a card from the Heartstrings Tarot playlist to sort of guide us and give us clarity on this reading. This is a soulmates and separation reading. So if you're here, you're interested in someone who you consider a twin flame or a soulmate, and this is going to be a reading about the connection. Now, as always, group 3, my voice is starting to go already. So just bear with me. Appreciate that. And remember, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and forget what doesn't. And if you need to choose a different group or check out a playlist for the playlist linked down below for a different reading, feel free to do so. And please hit the like button and subscribe if you do enjoy the reading. Appreciate it. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. So for those who tune in for group 3, it's so funny how your voice starts to change when you're having to repeat yourself a lot. You start to sound like a robot. But yeah, that's life. That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. Okay, so let's get a card that represents what we need to know, or group 3's connection with their soulmate, please. Excuse me. The previous 2 groups, their songs were just absolutely perfect for their reading. So hopefully this will be as well and really match the reading. The 7 of Wands. Okay. Looks like there's some obstacles that need to be overcome in order to have a new beginning here with the Fool card at the bottom of the deck. And so my regulars know I like to have everything memorized, and I don't have this memorized, this song, and so I'm going to look it up real quick. What song is this? If anybody's interested in The Fool, that song is called Risk by Paul Brandt. And the 7 of Wands is called Golden Touch by Razorlight. Golden Touch by Razorlight, okay? So if you feel drawn to it, could have additional messages for you, but essentially this is kind of like what's going on in the situation. 7 of Wands, the card of, defensiveness. For some, could mean that you or your person was blindsided in the connection. But bottom line, there's this defensive energy here about protecting oneself, and maybe even protecting oneself against competition. There could be competition for you or for them. So just take what resonates, right? So what's going on in this situation? We've got the 7 of Pentacles. So that's earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be strong in somebody's chart, doesn't have to be. We've also got the 2 of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Got the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And strong as Sagittarius with that because that's King of Wands. And we've got the Hierophant, strong Taurus energy. So let me kind of situate these. And we've got the Star, strong Aquarius energy. So with that 7 of Pentacles, it does feel like that you guys could have been dealing with this person for a long time. You could have known this person for a long time. Maybe it just feels that way. The 7 of Wands is talk about, potentially knowing somebody for a long time, or there being just a lot of effort that's been put in or needs to be put in. Like you, regardless of what kind of obstacles with that 7 of Wands that this connection has experienced, you still do both have romantic feelings for each other with this beautiful 2 of Cups. And your masculine, this person knows that this connection is special, that you guys were meant to meet one another, okay? They understand that, they know that, they do have feelings for you as well. There is love in this connection for a lot of you. You could have even been committed to this person. Maybe an odd few are in a relationship presently with this person. But for more of you, it does feel like, that connection exists whether you're together or not. Obviously, this is a soulmates in separation. So I feel like energetically you guys are committed to one another for some of you. If you've never been in a relationship or committed, I see that in your future more than likely here with the Hierophant. There is hope for that, certainly with the Star, okay? Either way, you guys both feel this, okay? And this person they're open to it, they're receptive to it. I think it makes them happy to know that this connection exists. That there is this connection here between the two of you, and that there is hope to come back together in the future. I feel like this person has been focused on being a leader in their community or at their job, in their life. There's some sort of a leadership position, with that King of Wands energy. They're like a leader or a teacher, and I'm getting some strong Leo as well here. But regardless, like they've always felt like there would be a renewal in this connection. But there is some anxiety about the future. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm picking up on some anxiety. Maybe not knowing how to make things come about here. I'm also getting that you guys could have some religious or spiritual differences, lifestyle differences, or some sort of differences. Or we saw this Seven of Wands, maybe there's competition in the connection or some other sort of outside interference, a third party, whether a technical third party in terms of another individual, or it's probably more than likely like a lifestyle or like life getting in the way of the connection. But I can't escape the fact that it feels kind of like there's something to do with religious or spiritual beliefs because of the Hierophant being here in the Star. The Hierophant, got two fixed energy cards right next to each other. Somebody is a Taurus and somebody is an Aquarius. Hierophant is a traditional conformist energy. The Star is more of a sort of freewheeling, free-spirited energy. So I feel like there could be some major, religious or spiritual differences, just like I said, like, for example, one of you is a universalist and the other one of you is more traditional in your beliefs or follows like a more traditional path regarding their religion. It's not to do with religion. Maybe one's an atheist and one's a Buddhist. I mean, there's just like, this kind of a rub or some sort of a friction there. Even if it's not specifically that, there's some difference in your belief and outlook. These are very different outlooks. Is that what I'm picking up on? If you don't believe me, look up Aquarius personality and look up the Taurus personality, right? Or do like a compatibility. There are free compatibility calculators on the internet that you can look up different signs and see how they would fare together. And that's kind of dynamic here. It could be your synastry chart contains one of these signs as well. And those, I think you can find and do a synastry chart between you and your soulmate online for free as well. But your outcome card was the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so again, that does tell me that maybe this does feel like a poor fit, or it has in the past. Okay, and that maybe there has been a long growth curve in this connection, or it has taken so much longer to grow and turn into something, because when you are raising a crop from its seed, there's a lot of different phases to that, right? It takes commitment, it takes diligence, it takes watering it, feeding it, sheltering it, protecting it from frost and things like that, maybe carrying it inside when it's too cold outside and then putting it back out on the patio when it's sunny. It needs the right amount of sun, not too much sun, not too much water, this kind of a thing, to use that analogy of the Seven of Pentacles. So it does tell me again that there was some need, or has been a need, for handling this in a slow and careful way, more so than an easier connection, because of certain issues. But I do feel like this time of separation, it has been given to you guys both for like time to reflect on things, to make sure that this is something that you both want to move forward, as opposed to just trying to make it work because you've already invested so much time and effort. So it doesn't matter if this is not an old connection, because I'm getting that this is not your first lifetime together. So it's like, with this energy, it's like, are we continuing our soulmate connection because we're so used to it, because this is what we've always done? And if we had the option to choose something new and different, would we still choose each other? That's been the question. That's been the purpose of the period of separation on a spiritual level. I'm going to get you a card from the past life deck to see if we can get a little more insight regarding the past life that may be influencing choices or decisions in this connection, or anything else that's happened or happening that is affecting it. We've got Asia. So you could have a past life in Asia. Did I say something about Buddhism? I did, didn't I? And that's not something that I usually talk about. I mean, when I'm talking about religions, I usually kind of keep it to like, Christianity, or, spirituality or New Age. This is, so somebody definitely has that sort of a connection. Authority figures. So interesting. So it does feel like, whether or not there has been outside interference on this connection, there is a sort of energy of this needing to go very slowly, because on some level, one or both of you has sensed that there was something about this that your culture would not have approved of. It could have been due to oppression in a previous life, where or just it being frowned upon for you guys to be together. Say you guys were both monks in a monastery. You know, you're not supposed to be together. You're not supposed to fall in love with anybody in the monastery, for example, right? Because you're there for spiritual purposes. You're supposed to be married to your spirituality, married to your God, to your religion. And they're feeling like there's going to be, I feel like your person probably was most likely an authority figure, a leader of their religion in this previous life. And so even though you guys might have loved each other or even been in love in that previous life, I don't know. It was just frowned upon, obviously, right? You were not supposed to be together. The authority figures would not approve of it. Would not approve of it. You're supposed to have a life of devotion. But really what you wanted was to love one another. And there's this galactic connection here. And forgiveness keeps trying to come out. And the arts. And we've got unrequited love at the back of the deck. So it could have been that the love wasn't reciprocated, or you just simply were not able to openly express your feelings for one another due to your positions in life, in that past life. So it feels like this connection, like in some level, you guys, even though we forget our other lives, there's still on some level, we have some sort of an awareness about it. And so if you had some inhibitions or prohibitions, like if there was some sort of barrier imposed upon this connection from outside influences in the past life, then you guys still, or your person especially maybe, is the one that still felt that, like that there was something taboo or wrong, or that, you know, they weren't supposed to do this with you. That's the energy that I'm getting here. It's interesting that galactic came out. I feel like there's some stargazing involved. I feel like one or both of you likes to stargaze. They do, you know, you do hear historically, and there are scholars and people like that that have theorized that some of these religions got some of their wisdom from the stars and from star beings. You could resonate with star people, or yeah, that's what they're called, the unofficial term star people. And I did do a video a while back. It was funny, I was thinking about it the other day, and then this card came out. Was not expecting it to come out, but I guess maybe that's why it did, because I did do that video. You can check out the playlist link down below. I think it's under miscellaneous readings, where it's a pick a card where you can, you know, find out what your star origins are if you're interested in that. But there needs to be forgiveness here. I feel like one of you felt like, I think you both understood that this connection was fated, but you were not able to be together because of the situation. And the arts have something to do with it, which is interesting. So maybe that will resonate with you on a personal level. I know that like of all the kings, I think the King of Wands and the King of Cups are the ones that are most likely to be kind of artistic, but I especially view the King of Wands as being somebody that really, they'll go after it, whether it is something that they're going to earn a lot of money at or not. Like they're not as driven by sort of like money, like the King of Pentacles would be, or anything like that. Like they will pursue the arts or some sort of a hobby, and they will put like all of like balls, they'll go balls to the wall and just like full out pursue something. Even if, you know, it's not something that they're going to be highly rewarded for in some way. I just noticed that about King of Wands type individuals. Often they will be successful, but I'm just getting that. That's like a clue for somebody here. So somebody had a passion for the arts. So that could be a hint or a clue for somebody on what this past life was. And then we've got the forgiveness here. So maybe just like one of you wanted to pursue this because you knew that this was fated, and they knew it was fated. The other one wanted to pursue their religion, or it was like a double-edged thing, because it was more than one obstacle. These are all representing obstacles. So there's more than one thing going on here. And like it could have been that your religions prohibited you from being together, or you were, you know, in an order together, And in addition to that, somebody had interests elsewhere, another passion that they wanted to pursue that took them away from this connection. So leaving the other one feeling unloved. So there is that energy of needing to forgive for that. So if you feel like there's a block in this connection, and like, or you want to just get out of the Seven of Swords slow moving energy, then you're being guided to forgive if you feel like that. Or you could do the mantra for forgiveness, right? So to help you forgive yourself or to forgive them, whatever the case may be here. So that's what I'm getting with that. So is there anything else I'm getting from this spread regarding this? Yeah, just that it's you guys still love each other. I mean, even in that life, you still loved each other. But I feel like none of this matters now. These obstacles are being overcome. But I feel like that was the reason for the separation, is to understand whether or not this is just like a situation, like you want to keep, like the sunken cost fallacy, like you wanted to keep contributing and throwing good money after bad because you already invested this much, right? So we should just keep investing, right? You know, because we've already, like the money pit is the analogy that I like to use sometimes for that energy with that Seven of Pentacles, you know, with Steve Martin and Shelley Long, and they buy their dream house, and then like just like they end up spending a fortune to even get it up to code because it was condemnable. And then you know, at a certain point it's like, do we stay together because, you know, we've been through hell together, even though we're mad at each other right now, we're not sure this relationship has legs, like we're not sure we should continue with this relationship. Do we stay together because we love each other, or do we stay together just because we put so much effort into this? You guys wanted to make sure that you're going to stay together for the right reasons, and that if you were going to be together and come into union in this life, that it would be because you both wanted to and you still loved each other and the love was still there, not just because the history. Okay? So there's that. And I can definitely see that you guys still love and desire each other. This person still loves and desires you. I mean, I definitely get, you guys do give each other life. Like, you had to come together in this life because you're like chargers for one another, right? And that's what soulmates do, come together for lessons, but also to sort of like, they come together at pivotal points to kind of like recharge each other. I know that I have definitely had more than one soulmate, with, like, just as we all have. I might be just a little bit more aware of that fact because I am spiritual and intuitive. But that's exactly what it was. Like, hindsight being 2020, reflecting back, it's like some of them, I had to come together at that pivotal point and recharge. And before, you know, going off on another trajectory, like I would not have been able to go on that trajectory without having that like touchstone, touch home base before running another home run, right? That was what they were for me, some of them, and still to this day. So with that, it's about this connection. So you do both want a renewal in this connection. It's just a matter of how do you go about it, like how do you do it. I feel like this person is definitely wanting to do it. I don't know how much of a hurry they're in. It still looks kind of slow moving to me, but there is definitely this hope to do this. You know, either way, it is a time for you. This is the time right before the harvest, right? You guys have come so far. It feels like the time before the harvest. You know, it will be up to you if you decide, like, is this worth it? Like, the produce that you get, the fruit that you get off of this vine, is it going to have been worth all the trouble? For an analogy, and a decision will be made, and it could actually lead to commitment with the Hierophant and the King of Wands and the Two of Cups, but that's something that's yet to be seen here. But you will have that choice. Like, well, there will be that point. If you haven't already, you probably already have been like, has it been worth it? Damn. All the effort that it's taken to grow this relationship, or just to like travel this path with this person, to have this connection, even in separation, right? Has it been worth it? Like, if this person were to come back tomorrow and propose marriage to me and everything like that, or just come back, period, would I feel like everything they put me through, or everything that we've both gone through here, would have been worth the result? That's kind of question that you're going to be facing in the future. So let's get some more information. Too many. Just a little more clarity, please, on this spread. We've got aunt, work, achievement, success. Yeah, I was looking at her smile on her face. You know, of all the decks, this Seven of Pentacles shows somebody that is not frustrated. Like normally they'll show somebody that's frustrated over the length of time that something is taken. But she's actually smiling. So I feel like, you know, and this card goes along with everything. Work and achievement, but then success. So like the ant works this little butt off, but then it achieves success. So it's very highly like this will be successful connection in the future. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yep. There is still hope for this connection. We've got short journey. It's just a short journey left. Somebody could have been born in the year of the horse. We've got turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Yeah. Oop. Come back. We've got wind chimes, peace and harmony, and crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So I do see a new beginning in this connection. You guys building or creating something together, whether that's technically a child or not. It does look like there has been some stupid behavior that is happening or has happened in the past with that turkey card, but also can be talking about this Thanksgiving, you know, something happening around this Thanksgiving. Maybe you're going to be spending Thanksgiving together or something along those lines, or there's going to be a new opportunity for peace and harmony in this connection, or to start something new in this connection around that time. Could even be somebody that's on the outside of this connection, the one who is like competing with or even trying to block this connection. You could have some jealous people around you, but I'm not going to try to make you paranoid. This person could as well, but I feel like you would know that if that was the case. So just be a little alert or aware and cast that person out. We don't have time for them. Evil eye their asses. All right. Let's get one more card. We've got bear, danger, especially in money matters. So watch your money. Could be some sort of money issues here. There could be a disappointment regarding money. And so that's a little side note. I think that came out, something about money came out in group 2. So maybe one or both of you are going to have money challenges or presently do, and it's affecting the connection. It could be one of the obstacles in the situation. Okay. So there's that. Let's get some messages from this person. It's time for you guys to listen to some subliminals and or affirmations for relationships and having other people support the relationship or at least not stand in the way, right? And to bring luck to the connection, as well as some money affirmations too. What would this person say to group 3 if they had no filter? You have such a good heart. You're way too good for me. Even in the morning, you are so beautiful. You have my heart. So the feelings are still definitely there. It looks like this person feels like you're too good for them, though. They might be the ones that jilted you in the past life or the other life. Just based on the cards, but it's not for lack of knowing who you are to them, because I do feel like you are beautiful and you have a beautiful heart. And they're saying that you have theirs as well. My life was black and white until you came in and added color. And you were already on my mind when I woke up this morning. So this person's feeling like something about the morning time, right? We've got morning twice here. So this person, apparently for a lot of you, has seen you in the morning, still thinks you're beautiful in the morning, but also they think about you. Could be thinking about how you look in the morning. And like I said before, I feel like when you guys met, it was meant to be, even though things haven't gone quite as you had liked or moved along quite as you would, quite the way you would have liked. It still feels like, you know, you guys were each other's charger, like I said. This card just completely validates what I was saying about this connection. And, you know, you giving each other life. And that you added color to this person's life. Something that you didn't even, it's like, you know how they say when you go to the other side, people have near-death experiences and stuff like that. They'll be like, there are colors on the other side that you can't even describe. Like there isn't a color equivalent on Earth. That there are different colors on the other side in heaven or whatever you want to call it. It's completely different. That's kind of like this. Like this person's experience. Like they couldn't explain it to you. Like they thought they knew all the colors, right? They thought they knew everything about the colors, and then you came in and you introduced new colors. In their case, it was just a stark contrast, you know, from black and white to color. Some of us are old enough to remember when it was standard to have a black and white TV in your household. And then the color was like, it was miraculous. It was a miracle. It really was that different. And so that's how it feels. That it was really that much better. So I know we've had our problems, but I prefer to remember only the good times when we made each other happy. So if you're wondering what this person's thinking about when they think about you in the morning, like they say, it's, you know, yeah, it's the problems, but it's also the good times. They're preferring and choosing to remember the good times. I appreciate how well we connect intellectually and that we keep focused and proper when it's called for. And that just goes back to what I was saying about them being in some sort of authority figure, maybe in this life, but also in a previous life as well, or there being the influence of authority figures on this connection where you guys had to behave a certain way. This person really appreciated how you were able to do that, how you were able to sort of conform to the expectations, even though you might have been more of that star energy, which is more free-spirited and hopeful and just more natural. You're everything I want in a partner. I'm open to starting a family with you. So again, with the family, this person apparently wants to start a family with you. Or at the very least, they see you as that perfect partner. I want you, you want me. Why wait? Let's get down. So this person's definitely wanting to get down. They wanted to practice making babies, if not actually having them. And let's get another one. It's that fiery, passionate King of Wands energy. That is something that, you know, I would expect to see from the King of Wands. This is hard to put into words, but it feels like we have an otherworldly connection that I can't quite explain. Yeah. So it's just like what I said. This person feels it too. If I'm stern with you, it's only because it's my duty to protect us both from harm. See, there was this need with that Emperor energy of, they came into this life still playing a role where they had to be the boss of the situation. And so if they're stern with you, that's the reason why they feel like they take the responsibilities very seriously, whatever those responsibilities are and however they relate to you. And then we've got this coming out as well. This is not how I saw my life going. Meeting you has got me way off track, but I'm into it. See? They're in that Emperor, King of Swords energy, and they still have this old programming from some other reality where they had to behave a certain way or else, pretty much, you know, even though they felt this love and this connection with you and for you. This could even be a future life for some as well, since time is an illusion. All the lives are happening at once. But either way, it's like this person doesn't care about how it's gotten them off track. You know, they're not caring about being proper and doing their duty as much. They're not letting that stop them because they feel this passion and this connection with you. In the back of the deck, we've got, you truly are my soulmate. You are my perfect match. So damn, how many lifetimes did it take this person to come to this understanding or realization? That's what I want to know. Doesn't matter now, right? Because now that now they are saying that they see it and they accept it. Oh, what's this? You drive me crazy. Maybe you've just driven this person crazy. Like, what have you done to this person with this Tower energy? You might not have done anything. Just your presence in their life at some point has done this to them. You consume my thoughts. Has too much time passed. Told you, some of you it's been a long time. And I dream of being reckless. Exactly. Like, this person's not letting those old programs stop them from coming forward. And they're not caring about whatever the obstacles are, or stepping on anybody's toes or anything like that, because they just want to come towards you. Because you drive them crazy. They can't stop thinking about you. Some of you manifesting this person? Could be. Got some manifestors watching my channel now. So I've been talking about the law of assumption and things like that. So, let me see. Any others? I did, yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it. I'll finish off with one more card from this deck. I think I've gotten you guys more messages in the previous groups. Sweetheart, God was showing off when he made you. You are so beautiful and smart. So I don't know what happened before. This person seeing your value now. They think you're so beautiful and smart and all of these things. And they just wonder if too much time has passed and all of that. I feel like there will be a decision in the future that you're going to have to make as to like whether or not this was worth it or not. But as of present energies, it definitely looks like it has potential to move forward. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm saying that it's going to take some more time and effort, and there are things that you're going to have to work on. Still, there's still some patience required. However, there is potential here for you guys to be together. Maybe with this opportunity. There's definitely possibilities and a new path opening up for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, Group 3. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and subscribe. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. I'll talk to you guys next time.